the women that are overachievers, whatever it is, however small, however big, when they set their mind to do it, they will do it till they get to it.
Yes. So who are we as a society to put as women in this kind of a box, saying that you have to fit in this category for you to be considered intelligent?
And F society. Listen, there's divorced women that have been fifth husband, and live forever. And you know what? There's chicks out here who live alone. They make their money. They lay when they want to, how they want to, and keep it moving. Hi guys, welcome back. It's the Mother from Mamas. And yes, first time ever we have a guest star, Rose. Yes.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Very welcome. So today,
I'm excited.
Yes, we're excited to have you. Today we're going to be talking about highly intelligent and successful women and why they fall for toxic people. Now, Rose is perfect for this. She's a smart woman, okay? She's a hard worker. She's a good mommy. So she's the perfect person to talk to us about this. But Sarah, start us off. What do you think about this notion of intelligent women and toxic partners?
Yeah, so who is an intelligent woman? I think it's a woman who has accomplished so much, you know, in the society. You know, they have their own career going on, you know, the finances are in order, which you have a problem with, but that is what is considered as an intelligent woman.
Yeah, because I was going to say, you know, there's women out there, and career does not mean putting on heels and doing, because there's women out there who have successful farms and they run businesses and they feed their children. And to me, that is a highly intelligent and powerful woman.
Yes. So who are we as a society to put as women in this kind of a box, saying that you have to fit in this category for you to be considered intelligent? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And what
so
would
it varies.
you define as a toxic partner? Because if we're going to discuss it, let's let the people know.
Somebody that is disrespectful, dishonest, always preying on you. You may not know it, and it's in a manipulative way. They are not uplifting. They are out there to put you down no matter what you do. It's all about them, and it's never about you. And it's always the you who has a problem. Them, they are perfectly fine. Yeah, they are very quick to pinpoint all the problems that you have. They are quick to pinpoint what you don't do. They have no respect for you. But at the end of the day, unless they need something from you, that's when you get a little bit of, you know, something like a little respect, or as long as it benefits them.
Yeah, or you get a little dick. That's what happens. Now, why is it with that definition that we would think someone who is highly intelligent, you know, someone who is above average in what they do and how they do it, would choose a person that would take them down that path?
I think it's because, you know, they look at it as, and this is not just the women though. That's why I'm having a problem with it, because it's not just the women, because anybody who is so used to dealing with tasks and or who is so competitive, all right? And so you're looking at a relationship as a competition, as a task, instead of enjoying, you know, this with whoever it is that you're in the situation with. And so for you, you're thinking, oh, this, I have to change this person. But when you accomplish that, you feel, oh my God, satisfied. You know what I mean? I would think that. Rose, don't you agree? Or do you have a...
I agree. And in addition to that, it's also the women that are overachievers, whatever it is, however small, however big, when they set their mind to do it, they will do it till they get to it. So for instance, Ms. Velma here, you're going for your master's. You woke up one day, decided you're going to do your master's, you're going to do it regardless, and you're doing it. Yeah. If it's buying a house, if it's buying a brand new car, if it's, you know, fixing your credit, you choose to do it and you do it. So I think the fact that you can set your mind to be able to do something, however small or how big it is, then I think when it comes to relationship wise, you feel like you can make it work. You can work and achieve a perfect relationship. And that's why I think now these high achieving women or high educated women also fall into fall for these guys, because you feel like, well, I accomplished all this, how can I fail in a relationship? So you put your all into it, knowing that you're gonna make it through this relationship. So failure is not an option. You put all the work into it.
You just described my last 3 relationships. there's a breed of us that are taught, and again, I'm sorry to generalize, but especially those of us from third world countries, okay, it's drummed into you. You can do this, you have to do this, you got to better yourself, and so you carry that mentality everywhere, and sometimes that ends up in the wrong hands, because you meet some of these people on this earth, male or female, that are so self-absorbed. Okay, so have you ever met a person who will make you apologize for them wronging you?
Yeah. Yes.
I've caught you cheating, but in the end, I'm like, damn, okay, I'm sorry.
That's messed up.
Classic narcissistic personality.
Yes.
Will run you to the ground and never turn back and say thank you. It's the craziest thing, but unfortunately, women are nurturing people. So I think we tend to keep thinking, you know, Pole, I can help you. Back to my story of Choi Meanguka. You know those people. When you're on a side, you on a side, you on a side, you on a side.
Yeah.
Are we then supposed to be talking about healthy relationships? Because, you know, I would expect somebody who calls them intelligent, then you should know when to walk away when you are in a situation of a toxic kind of a situation. So,
but the question is, do you even recognize that you're in a toxic situation? Because I can tell you for a fact, I've dated a narcissist, and it's not until I was done and I was reading an article, I'm like, this person checks off all these. How did I not see that?
I agree with you, Velma. Sometimes, as women, we always think, you know, if someone is pointing out something is wrong, you think they are correcting you or they're looking out for you.
Yeah.
Until you realize, no matter what it is, it's never right. So for me, I had to be in a relationship where I did everything I could possibly do to realize I wasn't the problem. There was something way more than what was going on.
Yeah.
And I realized is the person could not see any good in whatever it was I did. So I had to recognize that. And that's when I realized, like, wait, this is toxic. It is actually toxic, but it took me a while, because for me to realize it, I thought like, oh, you know what? He's looking out. Then I realized, no, it was never about looking out. It was about more putting me down and more about themselves. They had to be right in some way, and they had to make you feel like you're in the bottom. And I had to get to that bottom to realize it.
So did your friends help you to hey, Rose, come on now, you know, you're in this situation, or did they take yourself to realize, hey, I think something is going on here? Was it like sisterhood or friends, you know, who told you this is going on, or you decided it on your own?
It was more a personal thing on my own, just because I am a very optimistic person. I always want to believe, you know, everybody, we have to give the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
And then after a while, and my friend here, V, you know, she had my back. So it's one of those things I had to sit back at the end of the day and be like, wait, this is really not normal. Like, it got so tense that I would start, you know, getting anxiety about somebody walking into the house and wondering, oh, wait, what have I not done? What did I not do? And that's when I realized, wait, this is not normal.
Yeah. And
you know, the thing is about
kudos to be.
Thank you. No. I do realize something you said though. Is it the sisterhood? Sometimes your sisterhood is not your sisterhood. Sometimes the people that you think should be standing by you and telling you things are not. So I find it a kind of for me personally, a dangerous place, because I have not always had a good experience with female friends.
But V, can I ask you, is it because you're not receptive? Is it because, you know, the people around you have like, oh my gosh, I don't want to approach her, because when I approach her, she will, you know, start, you know, and that's what I'm saying.
It could be. And actually, when you first said not receptive, I thought you're meaning like friends. I personally know I'm not receptive with female friends. I am so sorry. I make friends easier with men.
I know that.
Not if they're trying to boink you or be your friend, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's no other story. But chicks, I have found that there's always some ulterior motive. So one, I'm not particularly receptive to female friends. I always keep people at a distance first. So in some ways it helps me, in some maybe not. Do I sometimes see girlfriends do all these things and post this and that, and I'm like, oh yeah. But there's times when there's one girlfriend who sold out another and your business on the streets, and I'm like, thank God there's not me, honey, because you know what I mean? So there's both of those. Reception to being told about your man, I could be guilty of that too. I am fiercely loyal. I'm a Sagittarius. Hello, people. I am loyal to a T, and that's my friends and my man. So if you're my friend, I expect you to stand with me, right? If I'm sitting here with you, Sarah, saying I don't like this certain person on a certain Facebook page, if you're my girl, listen, we don't, I'm that friend who I'll pull up, we'll shoot a person first, then we'll talk about why we shot them. I expect the same loyalty. So if you're kati, then I don't trust you. So when you come to me about my man, sis, no, don't.
Yeah.
Like you lay in the bed. But like you said, maybe this is the reason I've been with a toxic person before and not realized it and sat there because as I was seeing signs, I'm like, what relationship yangu?
Right.
I'm telling you again, classic narcissists, they will always tell you what want to scare weave. You know how good we look together? Because these people are so good at looking good outside with other people. Perfect.
Exactly.
Like, am I just being picky? Like, it's so and so good. Then you realize, nah, this is a dub. That person being a dub from day one, you just didn't see it.
So are you agreeing with the article saying, are you agreeing with the article?
Okay. I am agreeing that a lot of my girlfriends that I love and I care about and are very successful have at one point in their lives been brought into a toxic or semi-toxic relationship. I am just very happy that no one I know right now is currently in it. So I call us lucky women. We were in it, we saw it, we got out. Yeah. Because can you imagine being married and having children with this kind of person?
I know, gosh.
Mrs. Jackson?
Oh, no.
Yes.
That's called dodging the bullets.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
So, but Sarah, I mean, as we talk about this, it's easy for us to, say we've been out. How about this person that is watching us right now that is still in that relationship? What kind of advice would you give them?
Listen, it's never too late. It's never too late to leave. You already know what it is that you already know this is not for me. This is, I'm not satisfied. This is not for me. You already have that gut feeling. I always tell people, listen, keep listening to your gut feeling. Yeah. Because it's always right. We might be scared of what it is that, it's speaking to us about, but it's better to deal with it now than, spending so much time or years that you may not recover. You understand? Yeah. So there's always a way out. If you're there in that kind of a situation, pack your things and leave.
And F society. Listen, there's divorced women that have been married to the fifth and live forever. And you know what? There's chicks out here who live alone. They make their money. They lay when they want to, how they want to, and keep it moving. There's a post I saw on Facebook, and I thought it was kind of a joke. This lady was talking about traveling the world and all her boyfriends from different countries. It's goals. Her boyfriend in Ghana, her boyfriend in whatever. Live your life. You get this one life. Enjoy yourself. Stop living it for other people. And as we said before, a lot of these people judge you and talk to you. Oh, this is how women carry themselves. Go into their own homes. You'll be surprised what you find.
And that is a secret. It is very difficult to make that decision, but that's the secret.
Yeah.
That you are in this just by yourself. Be selfish in your decisions. Like anything that makes you happy, go for it.
Yeah.
Without compromise. Yeah. Don't try to please anybody. Mm-hmm. And we might underestimate, especially for us who are born and raised in Africa, the society has so much influence on everything that we are doing. So that I'm going to stick into this marriage, I'm going to stick into this situation just because I don't want to disappoint anybody else. Mm-hmm. Like we said, when she got her wedding dress, she wasn't thinking about herself. Okay? It's about, oh my gosh, the people around me. Mm-hmm. Rose, don't you agree?
I agree. Yeah, live for yourself. If you feel, like you said, Sarah, follow your gut. If it starts to feel wrong, you start to feel like there's somebody in your head talking to you, something doesn't feel right, it is true, something is not right. Yeah. So it's a matter of being confident in yourself. There is always the fear of being alone. Mm-hmm. And that's why most of the women would rather tolerate than to come out and be like, oh, you know what, I'm single, or she's by herself now because she's this and this. Yeah. I think there's a peace of mind knowing, you're by yourself. Yeah. For me, like right now, I'm happier than I've been in the last so many years because I kind of just feel, I don't even know how I survived that long. But again, it's a whole benefit of the doubt as human beings and as a woman. You always, give your best, you give your all until it's not enough. And then you realize it has nothing to do with what you're giving. It just has to do with the other person. Yeah. And you have to be okay with making that decision. It's a tough decision, but once you make it and you lay in bed at night and wake up in the morning, oh my God, it's a breath of fresh air.
Yes. And always remember, it's a reflection of that person, not you. And
exactly.
Let me tell you guys something. That sex is only great because you think you're in love with that person. There is so much good D and P out there. You just need to go out there and find it. You'll be amazed at what you're missing out on. Listen, we are so happy we had our first guest, and hopefully we'll see her in the future.
Thank you.
Following us on Facebook, Instagram, and we'll see you next time on the More Than for Mamas.
Thank you for having me. Bye.